Welcome back, everybody. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. I post videos pretty much weekly right now until we have our firstborn kid. That's coming up here soon.
She's coming up, guys.
That will be
2 weeks.
Yep, 2 weeks. November 3rd. Anyways, I have gotten a couple of questions about the Datsun recently. So I'm making this video to clarify what's going on with it. So this is our 1976 Datsun 280Z, and it has had to have had a lot of work done to the body to get it not rusty. So we've done new floor pans so far and new rockers, inner and outer. Just so you guys can see. So this has been quite the endeavor here.
We can add some before pictures too, so y'all know what it looks like.
Yeah. We'll start off with the Mega Squirt. This is our MS2 plug and play Mega Squirt ECU. It will allow us to run individual ignition coils utilizing LS1 ignition coils. And then this will also get rid of the distributor. So it'll have a cast instead of a distributor. And it'll have sequential fuel injection instead of batch fuel injection. Those are the biggest things. And other than that, it's just being able to tune for our turbo, which is over here.
And making me walk a lot in this video.
This turbo was actually on the other car, our 2+2. Sorry, there's a lot of projects going on, if you can't tell. But this is the motor that we have put together for the 280Z. It's a 240Z bottom end with a N42 280Z head, so we can still have fuel injection. It's got a T3, T4 turbo, hybrid turbo, and then a Pro Tuner Z manifold that allows us to run said turbo.
Used to be a lot prettier.
Yeah, it's been sitting with paint and dust collecting on it, but that is a flat top piston, so our compression will be a little bit higher than the NA motor that was in the last 280Z, the 2+2. Other things that we have for the Datsun, we've got pretty much everything to get it running. We got the ECU, we've got our Walboro, however you say it, Walboro, fuel pump. So this will handle all the boost that we are going to be pushing through that motor, which is 8 to 10 PSI, give or take. And then we are also partially sponsored by Mishimoto for this build. We've got their aluminum radiator for the 240Z. It's nice and pretty and stamped. It's got a lifetime warranty on it. We've got a 160-degree thermostat. That way we can open up a little bit earlier and try and keep temps down. Just because it gets hot in this engine bay, there's not a whole lot of airflow through it. We also have our clutch that we will be running through Clutch Masters. It is rated for about 350 foot-pounds of torque. It's 350 horsepower, which is a little bit more than we will be shooting for with the car, but I'd rather be on the safer end. Our flywheel is a lightweight flywheel. It's not the lightest you can get, but it's definitely not the stock 25-pound flywheel. This one's 14 pounds. Along with our heavy-duty pressure plate. This is the flywheel.
It's actually a lot lighter than you think.
Yeah, it's nice and pretty, nice and brand new. I don't have to worry about warping and heat spots on it from the previous flywheel.
And what is it about that being thicker?
It's not thicker.
No, like the...
Oh, so this flywheel is, and the clutch, is made for a 2+2 / turbo model. And the difference between that is actually the contact patch that you have. The width is 245 millimeters versus the coupes and the NA model cars are 225. So you get a little bit more contact with your clutch, which will actually help you hold a little bit more power. So say you're doing a turbo build like this and you weren't going to push a whole lot of power, you could run just a stock 2+2 or 280ZX turbo clutch and you could hold the power pretty okay. This is just a little bit of insurance. Since we're already this far into it, I figured get a nice beefy clutch that'll hold a decent more than we're shooting for. Realistically, probably 250 horsepower to 300 horsepower. Not a whole lot, but out of a car that weighs right now 2,400 pounds, it's enough to party with. We will have this paired with a 4-speed manual. The last car had a 5-speed. 4-speed just came in the car. 5 speeds are a little bit more expensive and a little harder to find. I believe 81 or 82 280ZX 5-speed has a close ratio, which is really sought after. And if I could get my hands on one, I definitely would. So back to compression ratio. Along with bumping up your compression ratio, you run into pre-detonation if you do not cool your air properly. So if I can get it out of the dang box, we have this intercooler. This is from Godzilla Raceworks, along with the Walboro fuel pump and the ECU kit itself and the harness and everything. That harness was built by Godzilla Raceworks, and it is very nice quality, and everything is labeled, everything's already put together, so I don't have to dick with any of that. This will mount right on the front of your car. This is an air-to-air system, so you do not run water lines.
It'll go right there.
Yep, it'll go right in there. So I don't have to run water lines for this, and it'll just help us keep our intake temps cool and help mitigate our pre-detonation and heat soak with the car.
So I wanted to show you guys the labels, if it'll let me. So everything on here has little symbols on them. It's pretty nice. It's good quality. Well put together with a perfectly nice diagram to explain everything.
So that about wraps the build plan for the car up. We have the intake pipes themselves coming hopefully this week, and then our upgraded clutch fork as well, and then we're still waiting on the CAS cover and the LS1 coil bracket adapter for the actual L series. That way we can have them all lined up nice and pretty. They'll have a home. And then after that, we've got body work to finish doing, putting the car together, getting it painted. And as soon as that's done, we can throw the motor in, get everything running, and then start to put it all back together.
We're currently just waiting on this project, which is my father's. He is putting together a K10. LS swapped. Nice truck. So that's his project. We're just waiting for paint to be done so we can start sanding down all of these. We've already sanded down a lot of the doors. All 2 of them. So those are sanded for the most part, getting ready to prime. We got one of these to pick from for the hatch, and we got the hood. Yep. That was pretty good. So, yay for us. A lot of work ahead, and I'm sure you'll see plenty of that in the next few videos.
Indeed you will, because this is where all of my wallet has gone.
Our wallet.
Yeah. And that's partially why you won't be getting Mark 8 videos, along with there's still just not very much out for them. A couple body pieces like splitters and side skirts, but the next thing that I'd like to do to the car is get it tuned, or like an intake, yada yada yada, just stuff that I'm going to notice daily driving the car, because that's what that car is. This is the fun car. So this is what we're building right now. You will get Mark 8 videos eventually, I promise, just not right now.
And some potentially Mark 7s.
Potentially. So that wraps it up. Thank you all for watching. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. And we're going to get a thumbnail for this video now. Peace.
Bye.